Welcome to the Become Sensible podcast, where we discuss practical accounting, finance, and tax for everyday business. I'm your host, Fiona, and I'm here to show you that no matter what your business financial situation is, you can change it. Good morning and welcome back to the podcast Become Sensible. Today we talk about one of the very popular topics that my clients talk about all the time, especially in product business, that is tariff. And the new tariff rolling out in 2025, new thing changed in August 2025. That's so much political argument or the market reaction. But I want you today that I give you some overall and some update on it. And as an accountant, a CPA, I want to have you manage your business finance and tax in this situation. And we actually have the other podcast, I think in April, but it's just early in the year when the news just happened. And since then, there's so much development along the way. So I want to give an update that help you and support you with more information as the business owner, because I know that it's overwhelming in terms of the change and how to actually handle in your business situation. So let's start with what's changing in 2025. So in early 2025, the U.S. government announced that new tariff adjustment on the rents of import goods, like everything from steel to solar panel to battery to semiconductors to textile, all the key manufacturing material. The new rate are designed to protect domestic manufacturing, reduce reliance on foreign supply chains, and encourage company in the U.S. to bring more production into the U.S. But for many small business owners, these changes mean higher costs on the cost of goods sold, raw material, part they rely on. And the new tariffs anywhere is 10% to 30%, depending on the country and the product, which is, I think, many product-based business, their net profit margins is actually very low. And then if you add 10 to 30% tariff, basically it will make the operating loss from the business. So even if you're not importing directly, your vendor and supplier likely are your price, your margins, your customer spending power will feel like a ripple effect, because all the supply chains, we are part of this whole chain of the economies, and each of us, if some part get the fact with tariff, we eventually get affected by it too. So how it show up in your business? Number one, if you in product base, is the cost of goods sold increase. Number two, your supplier price may go up. Even if you buy local, your supplier may increase price to cover their higher import costs. So even because you buy from your supplier, even in local in US, but your supplier, their material was import from other country, their price may be increased and indirectly affect your cost of supply. Cash flow pressure. When costs rise suddenly and business without forecast of buffer, often life items are short on cash and unable to restock the inventory. Customer behavior shift because customer worry about tariff pass on them, and especially in any industry segment that have a price sensitive, spending less, choosing lower cost option that affects sales volume and service demand, even in the industry that aren't directly tied to cost of goods or product space. So the strategy, how actually navigate the tariff change. Let's talk about what you actually can do. I call it 5-step resilient framework. Number one, review your cost map. Pull your profit and loss statement out and look at it. Isolate your cost of goods sold, break it out by the line, by material, by packaging, labor, shipping, custom, then chart what is imported by product. Which item is actually imported? Which part of this is subject to the new tariff rate? And how much of your product and service cost will increase per unit? What will your gross profit margins look like after the change? Because like it start with revenue and then cost of goods sold and then like gross profit margin. This is not just bookkeeping, it's a strategy, like break it out by the item because your ability to make clear decision depends on knowing where the process is coming in. Number two, run scenario forecasting. At least three scenario. Number one, no change pricing, you absorb the cost. Number two, partially increase, you share the cost with customer. Number three is full adjustment, pass all the costs to your customer entirely. Now compare the cash flow, the margin, profit margins, the profitability, and look like under each scenario whether you will see like whether you can be like sustainable or not. Remember, your cash flow is the result of net profit margins. If your net profit margin over here, there's no profit margin, you will not create extra costs to go into the cash flow statement at all. That's net income not going to the cash flow statement at all. So if you consistently sell things at loss, your business have a month of loss, you don't have a cash to actually, you don't have a cash from operating to actually function and run your business because it will eventually eat all your cash in your reserve. So if you don't plan that, it will create the problem down to the roads. For example, your margin drop from 32% to 26%. That might sound small, but if it cross like 1 million in sale, that is $60,000 of loss. And that may eat all your cash reserve in the next 3 to 5 months or 6 months. So if you don't plan this, it will shake it up. Number three, localize and diversify. Ask yourself, can any of your material be localized in the US? And if yes, start building the relationship right away. If there's some of my clients say like, oh, some material, they don't actually have it in the US. How to find for regional diversify instead of rely in one country, because it's help you to diversify your tariff too, because of some countries like 30%, but some other countries maybe 10%. Diversify your tariff, but I know this is actually very hard. It's easy to say than to actually do it, because like suddenly now you need to find a reliable supplier, not just because of the cost itself, but you need to have a reliable suppliers, because without reliable suppliers, you cannot make consistently product to bring to the market. So I know it's easier to say than actually do it. Review the pricing and packaging. This one tricky because not everyone can and should pass all the price increase to customer, because not all customer will be stay for the price increase. Maybe like you bundle, adjusting the bundle structure, create a tier offers or limited edition, or like add value driven upsell when make the higher prices feel justified. Consumer will pay for the thing that they feel like thoughtful, not desperate. And remember, your brand transparency can be a trust builder. Communicate with your customer and don't hide it. Of course, don't overshare all everything who you source your supply. Lay your secret in business, but need to be transparent to tell them that okay, this is the challenge as a small business you face, and this is the solution that you actually try to solve the problem. And then number five, protect your cash runway. Uncertainty drain cash fast. And I know Q4 is one of the hardest quarter for product pay because it's holiday season. And holiday season is mean that you actually need to have inventory on sale in your warehouse to make sure that when you have this holidays running with marketing and sale campaign and all of this, you need to have a product to actually sell it, because you cannot let your customer wait 3 months to actually get their product. They will cancel their orders. They will request for refund. So actually need to have an inventory. And that's come with like cash flow demand. with like you uncertainty in terms of tariff situation and whether how your customer will react to the pricing is also one of the unknowingly like uncertain thing as the business owner that you need to face in this quarter. So make sure that you actually think through this or modeling it at least to know what is going on in these uncertainty factors to help you to forecast is better. By the way, there was a big shift. You need to know if you import very small amount. I think August 29, 2025, August, US suspend the minutes exemption, which is they normally allow for like small import like under $800. It will enter duty free with minimal custom paperwork, but it's no longer happen. Every small shipment must go through the formal entry, the duty, the HTS classification, and all the compliance that come with like a big import. And for partial dispensation periods, the flat duty is 80 to 200 per item, depend on the original. And for about like 6 months after that, full duty rule kick in. What this mean for you as the business owners? You cannot ignore small import anymore. Your landing costs, your margins, your supply chain, everything need to recalculate it. And this one policy change hits everyone. So you small business owner, now you cannot be excluded from the rule anymore. So make sure that you actually like aware of this, not just the big importer. And I know like some of like service business we say that, oh, this is not related to us. It is in some way. If you serve in some way, you consultant, you do marketing, you in some way that you have clients in the product way, e-commerce product way, you get affected by it too because your client actually get affected by it. They may change the budget. They may face somehow challenge, and you as the service provider to your clients, you need to help them to find a solution for the challenge that they face. So finally, I want you to take away today. You can't control the policy. We can't control the tariff. And I know in terms of policies and politics, you can a certain point, but I'm here, I'm an accountant, I am a CPA, not political. So I can say that I can't control the policy and I can't control the tariff. But what you can control as the business owner, your forecasting, your spending, your pricing, your planning, and your perspective. And if in any way that you can be a part of the movement, the thing that can like explain and raise your voice, explain your situation, how this policy affect your business, by all means you need to do it. But what I can say that every single day for us to wake up, leak and run the business and move the team, move everything toward the goal that we have. We cannot just have a negative perspective all the time. You just need to put our energy and time and efforts in the thing that we can control. And you become the strategist within any situation that you are in. And so take the deep breath and look at your number, modeling your scenario, and communicate with your team and take action calmly, confidently, and earlier. I hope this episode is helpful for you, even though it's all in under uncertainty, but we've come out as a totally different business owner and CEO that we may gain some strength and perspective and how we handle things like a tough situation. Whatever you need to do to move forward, do it this week because resilience that build business and consistent move that give you the chance to move forward. So I thank you for your time today and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Bye bye.